A very good morning where it's simply too early for my liking, but we're right here in central London, just steps away from King's Cross Station, ready to go and making our way over to Terminal 3 where we are flying on Finnair on an A350 from London Heathrow to Helsinki. After collecting our boarding passes, we took an escalator up to security and made our way through the duty-free maze. My sister and I took a quick stop at the Priority Pass Lounge where, I kid you not, there was somebody who looked exactly like Stalin. Even a better mustache than Stalin, I would argue. But anyways, not relevant to this flight review. Our gate today was a bus gate, which I normally find more inconvenient than not, but in this case, because we were flying an A350, I was okay with it because boarding with bus meant we would get fantastic views of our aircraft like the ones that you see here. After walking through their business cabin, we made it to our seat 54L, which is a window seat on the right side of the aircraft. For reference, I'm 5'10", and the legroom was more than enough for me, so I definitely had nothing to complain about. The seat back itself was pretty basic. You had a nice high-definition TV and a tray table that opens up halfway, but you can extend it all the way and stretch it out as much as you want and then put it back. The crew did provide earphones even for the short couple-hour flight, but as always, I prefer to use my own. The seatback screen was very responsive, and given that this was an A350, I went straight for the tail camera and I went crazy. Before we get out of London here, the last thing I want to show you is just, wow, I mean, what a wing view. What a wing view.
Phones and other handheld electronic devices during the flight, but we ask you to ensure that they are set to flight mode from gate to landing. You may switch to normal mode.
The A350 is one of the most technologically advanced planes in the sky, and so every seat has headphone jacks as well as USB-A power ports. The views are wonderful, and this plane has Wi-Fi, so let's take a look and see what the rates look like. Yeah, no, 25 euros for a 2.5 hour flight is just simply too much. I would say skip the Wi-Fi on these shorter flights. This flight was long enough for there to be a buy on board menu, and you could actually order directly from the seatback screen, so they had a variety of healthy and unhealthy snacks depending on what you were looking for. That goes for food as well as drinks. The only free drinks here were water and blueberry juice. Now, you might be wondering, okay, water makes sense, why blueberry juice? Well, Finland produces between 150 and 200 million kilograms of blueberries a year. That's a lot of blueberries, and so it's got to be used somewhere. Might as well use it on this flight. As someone who loves staying hydrated, I went for the blueberry juice and the water. And how was the blueberry juice? Honestly, it was pretty good. I really have not had blueberry juice because it's not something you normally get in the US, but I enjoyed this one. I knew we were getting pretty close to Helsinki when my in-flight entertainment got hijacked by whatever this video was, and I just could not get out of it, and yeah, that kind of happened. So as we make our way down, I really don't have too many thoughts on this flight other than the fact that it was a perfectly comfortable flight for 2.5 hours. At the end of the day, Finnair flies a couple of flights a day on an A350 between London and Helsinki, and the other flights are just normal A320s and A321s. So if you're able to catch the A350 frequencies, those are going to be the best because you're going to have much more comfortable seats, much more legroom, and these are the seats that are designed for longer flights. As far as service goes, the service was perfectly fine. I mean, you even got headphones handed out, which was a blessing for a 2.5-hour flight for those that needed it. And then also you had blueberry juice or water as free drinks. Nothing more you really need for a 2-hour flight.